To support the people of Ukraine and the humanitarian efforts of the Red Cross and the UN Central Emergency Response Fund, John Romero, the grandfather of Doom, is releasing a new Doom 2 level. For a donation, 100% of the proceeds go towards those agencies. You can head over to Romero.com to purchase the new Doom 2 level, or you can donate to the American Red Cross through the fundraiser through this video or others on my channel. Check out Romero.com at the link in the description.
Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven Story Reviews.
Hello there, collectors. Steven here, and I'm back with another review, but this time it's going to be of a video game collection, where today we are going to be taking a look at the limited run games Doom, the Classic Collection Collector's Edition, this one being the Switch version. Very neat. Now, this Collector's Edition comes with a lot of stuff you can rip and tear into that is going to make any Doom guy or Doom gal very happy to have up on the shelf. But here's the problem. It's in the name. Limited run games. Limited run, pre-orders, and orders completely sold out. And now we're looking at the aftermarket. So is this one going to be worth hunting down, and should you pick up, or should this one just be locked away in hell for all eternity? Let's take a look to see whether or not it's going to be worth adding into your collection. All right, so unfortunately, I really have to kick off this video with it's a bit of an issue. Some folks may see it as a big one, other folks, maybe not that much. I'm not going to do an unboxing because I have a whole unboxing video you probably already saw. It's already listed here on YouTube, or you saw it on TikTok. Oh yeah, I've got just a small TikTok. I post some short videos on. Not that big of a deal, but hey, if you're on, go ahead and follow me on there. So, we do get this nice fancy box from Limited Run Games. You already saw that I opened it up. It was shrink wrapped, all fine and dandy. And actually, I just finished up the whole shooting process for this video. So we all know how this was put together, and we got to put it back in the box, right? Let's go ahead and do that real quick. It should be nice and simple. It's all stacked nice and neat. We will put it in. So the box has a gimmick. So this way, when the Shadowbox is in there, no issues, you can still get it to light up and play at Doom's Gate. The actual other box that's got a slipcover isn't form-fitting, the slipcover. The product box is made of corrugated cardboard, so it's nice and thick, but it's double layered. Let me flip it over here so you can see a bit better. And unfortunately, it may fray a little bit. So if this frays, there's a little gap where there's a possibility for it to fray, and you have a nice fancy slipcover that is not form-fitting, that is intended to go see what I'm talking about as I bump the camera and hit my mic holder. Yeah, so that's a bit of an issue. So the way you can kind of circumvent that is hold the slip cover down and try to walk and chew gum at the same time, as they say, and slip this in, and you'll be good to go. But then you're going to have to keep trying to do that, and then you'll damage the box a little bit. Minor box damage, minor. But yeah, be prepared to need to fiddle with this if you're looking to put it back in the box, and be careful so you don't damage that slipcover. Anyway, on with the actual product review, aside from that. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the main reason you're going to be picking this collector's edition up, all of the goodies. First and foremost, we're going to get metal key card replica, and it's going to be the red key card. Pretty cool. It feels very heavy. It feels like a die-cast metal. The details on this are fantastic. If you do look up close and personal, though, I will say, especially under macro photography, you're able to see it very well. There are a couple of small blemishes here and there, in particular one line that looks like a hair. It's not. It's unfortunately a scratch that came with it right out of the box. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, but honestly, I really didn't notice it until I was twisting it and turning it under the light. So maybe it'll be a huge issue for you. Me, personally, it's not all that big of a deal. The only downside here is that it can't really stand upright. So unless you have this propped up against something, it's mostly going to be laying flat on the shelf, which is a bit of a bummer. The next thing that I want to talk about is going to be the Marine Helmet PVC keychain. Doom Guy's helmet. It does feel more so like a rubber, so do keep that in mind if you are going to put this on your keyring. It does feel like maybe if you are a little rough with your keys, this will tear, so be gentle. Be gentle. I would have to say this is more so for looks and collectability than actual durability, but time will tell, and if something happens, I'll drop in the comments and let you know. Yeah, I got the Culturefly Metroid box, and this one is going right next to the Metroid. I will say that the details on this one are actually very nice, and I am surprised at the quality, so kudos to Limited Run Games on this one. It did turn out pretty well. Now, as well, if you're a fan of Doom, you are aware that Doom came on a floppy disk originally at one point. So to keep in mind and to keep the spirit of the original games, we get an 8 gigabyte USB floppy disk. Now, there's nothing on this disk, nothing at all. Doesn't even work as a floppy disk. Everything that you see on here, it's just sculpt and paint. No compatibility with a floppy disk drive whatsoever. There's a little flip switch on here that once you do flip it on a hinge, you do get a really thin USB stick, and that does plug into a drive on your computer. I'm showing it to you here on my laptop, and I am verifying there's nothing here, but it's 8 gigs, which can absolutely hold an install of Doom, and Doom 2 probably. So once this is wrapped up here, I am absolutely going to take the install off of my laptop, and I'm going to figure out a way to get it on there. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. Next up, I do want to talk about some of the paper products we get in here. What? Yeah. So we are going to get a reprint of the original 1996 Doom comic. 16 pages, not a whole lot of fluff or advertisement here, just straightforward, good old rippin' and tearing comics. Now, I kind of flipped through it here, but I can't really show you everything that's going on here. I'm sure that's going to be in the realm of copyright infringement. So yeah, if you know it, you know it. Not that big of a deal. Nothing really new here except for having it in your hand, which, by the way, if you know of any bags and boards that will fit this, let me know. But what I will show you is going to be a 600 DPI scan of Doom Guy doing what he does best. Oh yeah, you gotta have it. Now, alongside this, we are going to get 3 9x6 art prints. It's going to be the cover for Doom and the cover for Doom 2. Now, interestingly, in the promotional images for the collector's edition, this print of Doom 3, oh yeah, Doom 3's in here. It was not advertised, so it looks like something changed up in the process. Personally, I'm not that upset by it, aside from everything is vertical, except for this cover of Doom 3, which is horizontal. So yeah, if you're going to be displaying these, yeah, kind of an uneven display. But it still ultimately looks cool. Now, for these 3 art prints and the cover for the comic, I do have 600 DPI scans up on my Patreon right now. And if you are interested, you can go on and join so this way you can see those. Now, as a quick note, I know that I'm plugging in my Patreon here. If you do sign up for my Patreon through this video, please send me a message or comment on the post for this one and let me know you did. All that pledge money is going to go straight towards the fundraiser. Thank you. Now, something else related to paper, more so cardboard, is we get this exclusive super duper limited edition, limited run games, Doom collectible trading card, exclusively holographic. Yeah, they do talk about these limited run games trading cards that are included with some of the collector's editions or even some of the ones that are shipped out from limited run games, just the general product. I don't know if there are any different ones, but here's the one that I got. Pretty neat. Here's with the light on my phone. I didn't forget about this after I shot everything else, and I'm just getting it in post-production. No, not at all. The games. The games. Limited run games. What do we get? Well, for the Switch version, we are going to get a plastic case that holds a physical card for Doom 2 and 3 that has a reversible cover. It's going to have either Doom 2 as the cover or the original Doom. I'm not going to open mine up. I got the Doom 2 cover. I'm happy with that. Sorry to say Doom 2 is the better game. Yeah, it is. And let's be honest here. I'm not going to open it up for one, collectability. and 2. I mean, come on. Come on. At this point, we're how many years past Doom? I mean, I think we've all played it. We all know what it's about. You're either speed running E1, M1 at this point, trying to get as far below par as you possibly can, because let's be real here, we all want to try to unlock our inner Zero Master, right? Yeah, we want to do that. Or we really want to try to take down the Spider Mastermind. I mean, we wish we all had fun in Doom 2016. I mean, my wife just even beat 2016, so she's happy with that. But let's be real here. There's always the satisfaction of getting that assist from the Baron of Hell, killing the Spider Mastermind. Or, if you're having fun in Doom 2, killing the Icon of Sin on Nightmare, right? Yeah, we all want to do it. And if you don't have Doom 2 or 3 yet, then, well, this might be a way for you to get it. Now, you can purchase these games as standalones outside of the Collector's Edition, but what you can't do is get this neat, awesome steelbook to put your game in, or to put another game in. So that is really cool if you are a fan of steelbooks. So congratulations, you do have that as an option. And the printing overall is pretty nice. I do have a few steelbooks, which they're a little iffy, and I do have to say that most steelbooks that I've come across are rather dark. Here, all the details are rather nice and they're able to be seen. Yes, obviously it's Doom themed, so we're going to be seeing something a little darker here, both in overall context and actual print quality, but all the details, they can be seen rather easy. And the actual printing for limited run games and on the spine looks nice as well. The biggest item in here is going to be the Shadowbox, which has a switch to turn it on and off, so this way we get lights. And it is pretty dim right out of the box, not going to lie to you. And it does take 3 AA batteries. I'm going to show you some pictures of the instruction booklet as we get closer to this micro section of the section. And unfortunately, mine has a couple of areas where light is bleeding through it. Yeah, I know my camera does have some dead pixels, which unfortunately do contribute to some areas that don't really come out the best under night dark shots, but that is not going to be the case here. So if you are looking for absolute perfection, unfortunately, my Shadowbox did not come out to be that way, which is a bummer. It's pretty sad. But what the cool thing about this Shadowbox is, not only are there going to be little holes on the back, so this way you can hang this up on the wall, you don't just have to put it on a shelf, really neat. If you hit the button on the side when the lights are on, it plays a portion of At Doom's Gate, or, as most folks know, E1, M1. For you audiophiles who are going to be in the audience, I am going to be having what is effectively an SM57 plugged into a cloud lifter that is going to be plugged directly into my Tascam audio interface with only a 5 dB audio boost, no equalizer, no audio cleanup, just basically raw audio, as if you would be in the room, just a little bit louder. Here we go. Okie dokie, buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Well, you're not going to be really doing any of those except for waiting for a deal. Original MSRP was $129.99, and did I get my money's worth? I have to say, somewhere middle of the road. It's great to have a Doom collectible, an OG Doom collectible, despite the fact that if you're looking to get all the games, especially on the Switch, routinely you can get them from the eShop for what? Doom can sometimes go for as low as $2. Same with Doom 2, and I think I got Doom 3 for $5. Actually, as a matter of fact, when the collector's edition, because it was up for the PS4 as well, when they went up, the Nintendo eShop had a big sale. And I almost thought about canceling somehow. But having it in hand, yeah, I'm very happy to have this. We have a lot of things from Doom's history that we can actually have as a collectible, and we can intermix with our Doom displays that we have, especially with all the Doom Eternal merch that's coming out. We can mix past and present, and a whole bunch of small things for memorabilia for what we can have for the overall Doom franchise. If you're a die-hard Doom fan, this is a very easy purchase, and it is much better than the set that came out for Doom 64. If you're kind of a casual fan and you're thinking to yourself, ooh, this is pretty neat, and you see the sticker shock of the aftermarket, yeah, this is going to be a pretty hard sell. But if you're a die-hard fan, it's an easy purchase.
Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.